Welcome, welcome.
Hello,
What's going on?
how are we? Are you okay?
Yeah, man, we're good. How about you?
Hi.
Uh, a very. I think that was a very bad Saturday night main event.
Look here, man. Not gonna sugarcoat it to you. Saturday night main event was awful. It was.
Yeah. And this weekend was supposed to be a one where the WWE try and show AEW who's boss, and I think AEW have kind of won the week.
AEW won all the way. AEW
Unless
won.
something big happens tomorrow, like AJ or Paige return tomorrow, AEW have won this weekend already.
You know it's bad. Basically, Seth Rollins, him catching the injury, it seemed like Roman Reigns did not show. Yeah, Roman Reigns did not show up at all. Roman Reigns did not show up tonight. Seth Rollins is this is not a work. Seth Rollins is literally legit injured again, 100%. Y'all should know what I'm sad about. We know what you sad about.
What you said about?
No Roman and
well.
Jimmy didn't win.
Well, we know Jimmy won't go win, but at SummerSlam he's going to win.
In this case, like I said, did anybody see basically how Jimmy lost? He lost to a roll up, but also Talatonga put his foot in Solo's ass, literally to help him for leverage. You can't make this shit up. that's wild. But yeah, man, like look, Seth Rollins legit injured. Goldberg,
he just should stay at home.
Goldberg should just stayed at home.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was not a good watch. The Seth, part of me hoped when Seth went down that it was just we're gonna get Seth cashing in later. But I think the finish proved that obviously the ref had gone to LA and said, look, just end it as quick as you can. It needs to end. That could be that's probably the worst thing to happen to the company for the this year, because think of how many stories that have just ended there. Like the SummerSlam stories for the next few months. The world title picture now probably is going to change again now. And the WrestleMania next year.
Seth Rollins being injured tonight literally kind of put a damper in a lot of things. The creative writing, everything. Creative is going to have to literally throw everything away and write it back over again.
You have to go through a drawing board process.
You literally going to have to go through a whole drawing board process. Then not to mention the whole Money in the Bank briefcase. I feel like now you need a whole brand new Money in the Bank briefcase holder now. You do.
Absolutely.
Because Seth Rollins is hurt. I think now we should either have a tournament or a ladder match to determine a brand new Money in the Bank briefcase holder. That right there may be a solution for real. What's going on, Ian?
What's up?
I really think now we really got to look at who will go through the challenge at SummerSlam. Ian, either between Jay or CM Punk.
Jay.
FC Sports Goes, what's going on? Rhea Ripley, Women's Champion Evolution winner. Never say never. I'm gonna be honest with you on that, Ian. EO Sky could retain. FC Sports, what's going on? But yeah, Seth Rollins is injured. You need a brand new Money in the Bank briefcase holder. I feel like Roman might end up probably taking that spot and actually taking the briefcase. I'm gonna be honest with
you. Something has to definitely. I think. I don't know what's gonna happen. Because do they bring Roman back now, or do they just say to Roman, "Yeah, you can have a few more months off"? What do you actually do here? Because
I really don't know. I mean, Roman was supposed to come in tonight. In this case, we really thought Roman was coming in, was coming into the picture tonight. The fact that there was no Roman at all, it really kind of disappointed a lot of people. It really did.
Then they talk 12,000 people. And AEW did better than WWE.
And that's the crazy part about it. AEW literally did way better than WWE tonight. That's the crazy part about it. Bianca's so gorgeous. Bianca is literally going to be the special enforcer for tomorrow night. The only thing that seems interesting for Evolution tomorrow is Jade and Naomi.
Literally. Yeah. It just yeah, I think this week is we had what I thought was a very good SmackDown. maybe heading into what could have been a very good weekend. But the card tonight was like, again, we spoke about it yesterday about Drew McIntyre. What are their plans with him? When did he last actually win? He other than like a little win on SmackDown or whatever. He's lost so many matches since WrestleMania.
The crazy part about Drew McIntyre, you have Drew McIntyre in a whole tag team match with Logan Paul against Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. That's the crazy part about all of this. But
Yeah.
when you look deeper into tonight, you saw so many mistakes made by WWE tonight. Literally, Seth Rollins tweaking his knee. We all know that Seth Rollins has a bad history of knee problems all the way. You have Goldberg, who was winded as hell. Scott said it was boring. I hope Roman had a good time at Beyonce concert. Exactly. I hope he did too.
Yeah, it's a very bad week for the WWE. Well, weekend. I just hope. I think Monday we might see Roman. Maybe Monday we could see something with Roman and Braun Breaker now, because sort of like that. Like what's going to happen with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed now? Like they've got to do something now. They've not got Seth now, so what are they going to do? Could we see them maybe going to the tag team? Like what are they going to do now without being with Seth?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed will basically have to go on and kind of actually be their own man. That's basically it.
Yeah.
They won't be able to stick by Paul anymore. I believe Paul may be there half and half, but Paul is literally there for Seth Rollins. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker is not Seth Rollins. So when you look at it, Paul Heyman is literally got to look at the drawing board too as well. What the hell am I going to do now at the moment? I can't go back with Roman. I burnt bridges with Roman.
Yeah, and as well, it's like the worrying thing as well is that's LA Knight's probably that could have been his biggest win of his career today, and it ends like that. Like you could see on his face how frustrated and disappointed he was. But that's how the match ends for him.
Spirit World says Seth is out for a while. Seth is going to be out 10 to 12 months, literally. That's how bad it is right now.
Absolutely. We just gotta hope it's not as bad as we thought. We just gotta hope that somehow it's not as bad as we think, but it doesn't look good.
The only thing I liked from today, because it reminded me of old wrestling, is what All Ego did to Ricky Saints. Yeah, Great American Bash. The only match that was good on NXT Great American Bash was Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. I do agree with this guy. Seth and Adam Cole need to retire. Adam Cole basically had relinquished the TNT title in AEW today. Seth Rollins got hurt tonight. It had you wondering so much, man. What can WWE actually do to turn things around? That's the thing. In so many ways.
Absolutely. I also think, Willie, as well, the worrying thing at the moment is we've said for a few weeks SmackDown's been getting good, it's been good, but Raw's been pretty bad. What's Raw going to do about Seth now? That's probably their main storyline gone now out of Raw. So what's going to happen on Raw? Who's going to fill that hole?
I'm going to be honest with you. Somebody's going to have to fill it because, I mean, unless you basically take AJ Styles away from Dominic and put him in the main event picture of the World Heavyweight title picture, or you put whoever you put in the main event title picture. I mean, I already hear that Gunther's supposed to be having a whole house show world title match with Penta in Texas in Corpus Christi in a couple of weeks. So when you look at it, WWE kind of basically, they're going to have to do something because Seth Rollins is hurt now. Goldberg basically was winded. Did anybody see Goldberg go through the barricade and it looked like his shoulder literally went inside of his body? That is literally how bad tonight was. Goldberg was so winded and tired to the point where I was like, man, this is snooze fest.
Yeah, Gunther tried to do it. Gunther tried putting on a show as well. He tried making it a match, but with somebody like that, you just couldn't. And also, what doesn't help is the amount of adverts during that show was ridiculous.
It was. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jimmy Uso. I felt like Jimmy Uso carried the whole entire match tonight. Going into this was his first singles titles match in this case. They didn't want to basically, break the rules and basically say, hey, how about we do a little bit of out of nowhere. How about we make Jimmy basically be a champion just one time? Just pull the trigger just one time. But they couldn't even do that in this case.
They ain't do that because you gotta look at it. People would have looked at it as like, damn, he won on his first shot. They didn't do that with Jay.
I know.
It would have caused so much controversy.
Yeah.
So you'll have to wait for SummerSlam to get Jimmy and Solo.
Yeah.
And of course, ban MFT from ringside. So Jimmy can win that.
You have to do something in this case. Aaron, what's going on? Yeah, like I said, man, you know, Goldberg and Gunther, we should have even had this match. We should have never had it, not one bit.
I think the worst thing is as well. I would have liked maybe Goldberg to have a warm up match or something on like a Raw, like because the thing is, this is his first match in 3 years, and you know when you get in that age anyway, your quality gets worse. You're more rusty, and to throw him in against what is probably the best performer on Raw it just makes no sense. It was just thrown together. But yeah, just on the point of Jimmy, I thought he did well tonight. I thought it was an okay match. It wasn't great. It was just an okay match. But I think we're heading towards some sort of like tag team match at SummerSlam with Jimmy. Sort of Jimmy and Jacob versus Solo and
I don't want to see
Tala.
Sorry, I don't want to see Jimmy and Jay in no tag team match for SummerSlam. My dream for SummerSlam, Jay getting his rematch against Gunther and Jimmy getting his rematch against Solo. That is
I mean Jacob. I think Jacob. Sorry, and Jimmy versus Solo and Tala Tonga. That's what I think it'll be.
I don't know. Tala Tonga ain't done that for a title. He ain't. So they would not put him nowhere near anything. He just getting there.
A tag team match with that Jimmy and Jacob versus Solo and Tala, or maybe Solo and Jeff Cobb or something. I don't know.
I just don't. The way things went. I mean, the way things went and the way I looked at it, I saw it as this. I see them giving Jimmy his opportunity. Jimmy's about to go to SummerSlam. Jimmy about to walk out as the new United States champion, and they're gonna go from there.
Yeah, I did. I did hear that.
Yeah. I was like, y'all, how many years it been? Y'all still can't get it right.
No, they cannot.
How you can't get it right? You know that everybody know the difference between them two.
Mario said WWE is just childish now. Pathetic show. AEW dominated tonight. Yeah, they did. AEW put on a way better show than WWE tonight.
Yep.
They did. Sad but true.
Yeah, it is very sad. I just it's sad what's happened with Adam Cole because he's one of the most talented wrestlers in the world. He's humble. He's so good in the ring. One of the best in the ring, and it's such a shame. What's obviously we don't know what's up with him. We don't know, but I just hope he's safe and he recovers well, and hopefully one day we might see him back in the ring. But it didn't sound like. I don't think we will. I think tonight was more of a retirement, if I'm honest, a little retirement speech. If I'm totally honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Fleming. I really don't know what the plans are gonna be for Roman. Jacob on the other hand, man, Jacob basically came out and saved Big Jim tonight, and Jacob looked it solid all the way. Jacob looked it solid all the way, and oh shit! I thought y'all realized y'all had me. Y'all didn't know y'all had me.
All right,
But yeah, as you can see, Jacob on the other hand, Jacob looked it solid all the way, but Big Jim.
Boy, don't play with me. I don't look nowhere as Miss Buff. Get that shit straight. Hell nah, nigga. Get that right.
AEW was good. Hell, everybody else it was. So, Cal, what was your rate on the whole show for real? What did you rate the whole show?
Well, AEW, I think it was a good 8 out of 10. I think it was very good. I think they did a good job. But if we're gonna rate Saturday Night Main Event, I'd say a 4. If I'm honest.
I'm gonna go in there. You can talk.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I enjoyed AEW though. But yeah,
Okay, I'm back.
I enjoyed the Will Ospreay and Swerve match against the Young Bucks.
Okay.
I can't lie. Yeah, Will and Swerve and against the Young. That was an unbelievable. That's one of the best matches of the year. That tag match.
Yeah, like I said, tonight there's so much you can take from all of this. For real, I'm gonna be honest with you, WWE wise, like he just said in the house, no comment. But yeah, in this case, when you look at everything that went down tonight, and you can just kind of tell it was so much WWE could have did a little bit better. Like I said, Goldberg versus Gunther, I felt like that was just a match that should have just never happened at all whatsoever. Roman Reigns and Gunther have made Goldberg tap out. Yes, they have. They are literally the main two people that have literally put Goldberg to sleep. Goldberg went to sleep against Gunther, and he went to sleep against Roman. 2 times.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think
you can't make this shit up. Literally. This man Goldberg then went to sleep 2 times. Then this is the thing about Goldberg. Goldberg, no, he cannot spear all the way like he used to back in 98 and 99. And yet he still tried to go for it. Those were the weakest spears tonight.
Absolutely. Well, Big Justice did a better spear than Goldberg today.
It felt like watching a train wreck. It was like watching Goldberg literally put so much of his body on the line. I'm like, how in the hell is he still going? Because I felt like if you were going to do this, get rid of Triple H and let Shawn Michaels run both NXT and WWE, he would probably do a better job. I'm going to be honest with you. Great American Bash. Shawn Michaels, he didn't really it didn't really produce all the way. But damn, I felt like if you put Shawn Michaels in Triple H spot, I think Shawn Michaels would really kind of turn all this around. All the way.
I don't know. I just worry that, with Triple H, it's how much of a say does he actually have when you think about it? Because we know Nick Khan. Nick Khan will be, he'll be deciding on one who he wants at the top. And is he sticking his fingers in and essentially telling Triple H, this is how we want it to go?
Jimmy Uso had the match won. Yeah, Jimmy Uso had the match won, but you also got to look at it. As much as we would have wanted Jimmy to win this, because Sham just said this just now. In this case, as much as we wanted Jimmy to win this match, it would have really caused some controversy because it'd been like, well, damn, he basically won the title just like that, but Jay had to jump through hoops and this and that or whatever. I don't know how it's so easy to say this. Jimmy makes this stuff look so easy. He does. Savion Brown, yeet. But in this case, man, Jimmy Uso makes it look so easy. Like, this man did a whole corkscrew off the top rope tonight, and it blew people's minds. Like, oh, we didn't know Jimmy could do this or whatever. It's Jimmy Uso. You got to look into the arsenal of Jimmy. Jimmy, once you think Jimmy got something in one arsenal, he turns it back around just like that. Just like that.
I think I enjoyed them at the solo match. The ending was a bit stupid. I mean, why is Talatonga sticking his big ass foot on Solo's ass? Like, what the fuck's that about? But
look how Solo won the match. Solo won the match so pathetic to the point people were literally laughing like this is a joke of a champion.
Yeah.
Solo's a call. Like I said, Triple H didn't make this decision with Solo to become champion. Somebody on the creative team made the decision to say, hey, let's put Solo as champion. John Cena, the real 17-time champ. Facts. Nobody can fuck with him. John Cena and Cody Rhodes will be under the same roof next Friday. That's going to be very interesting to hear what Cody and John Cena got to say to each other next Friday night on Friday Night SmackDown. Under the same roof.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder, as well on SmackDown next week, whether we'll see anything with between Cena and Cody. Like, whether we'll see maybe like a certain type of match, whether it'll be like just a regular match, or we might see like some sort of like type of match, like maybe a no DQ or something. You never know. Or like something. I'd like to see something like different than just a normal match.
Of course, Game and Van. He is going to get another shot at the U.S. title. Don't look. There's no worries about that. Look, Jimmy Uso's going to get his rematch at SummerSlam. He's going to win the championship at SummerSlam. So you don't got to worry about that. Forcing another opportunity. Oh, he's going to get another opportunity at Solo. What went down tonight? Hey, of course they can't make that. They can't make it come true like that. But Jimmy is definitely getting that rematch at SummerSlam, and he's definitely gonna win that championship. LA Knight, yeah. LA Knight was really kind of really thrown off by this whole injury with Seth Rollins. You could just tell by the look on his face. He was so disappointed. Like, this is how this match is about to end.
Because it's his biggest match of his. Let's be real. If it's one of the biggest matches of his career, so if he could have gone out there and got the win, imagine what that would have done to his career.
Yeah.
If he, that puts him in a further feud with Seth. But yeah, I do feel bad for him. I just hope he gets, because that's the problem with LA Knight. I feel like he's got so much momentum, and then something happens to pull it away. Like his loss to Shinsuke, that was stupid when he lost the US title to Shinsuke for some weird reason. And then
she's eating right now, Game Advance. Yeah,
and I just hope I just hope LA Knight gets some sort of feud that's gonna keep him at the, because I think there's momentum behind LA Knight again now. I think he's finally got that momentum back that he had a few years ago. I just think please give him something that we can be interested in.
Savion Brown, I'm gonna be honest with you. Brock Lesnar is probably never coming back to WWE, and Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley bled all over Hangman Adam Page tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you on AEW. We are never getting Brock Lesnar back. I see so many people comment and they say, when is Brock Lesnar coming back? We're never getting Brock Lesnar back. Even though Gunther made Goldberg tap out, he cheated if you actually watch the match. I'm gonna be honest, man. If to go back and rewatch that match, it was so hard to watch because Goldberg literally,
Yeah, we didn't want to watch it the first time. None of us are gonna go back and rewatch that match.
It's like, tell somebody to go back and rewatch Goldberg and Gunther is like, like it was already hard to. It was already hard to watch live on TV.
Absolutely. The worst thing is, it felt like they were trolling us because we got an 18-minute Goldberg, sorry, a 14-minute Goldberg match. Yeah. I was hoping when there was time left, I was like, oh, maybe Seth isn't injured. Maybe we're going to see something to do with Seth. And yeah, it just didn't end up being that. We ended up just getting a 14-minute Goldberg match instead.
Exactly. Your thoughts on Paul Heyman? Where does Paul Heyman kind of go from here? Seth Rollins is going to be out. Seth Rollins is hurt.
Yeah.
Where do you see Paul Heyman going now? What is Paul Heyman's next step in your mind?
Ooh,
in your thoughts?
Question.
Where does Paul Heyman go now?
I think we're just gonna see Goldberg, bloody hell. I think we're just gonna see Paul Heyman be with Bron Breakker, if I'm honest, and I think we'll just see that up. And I think it'll be sort of Paul Heyman will be like, well, Seth's called me and he wants us to do this, sort of like that sort of storyline. And I think we might see Roman come back, and it'll be like Roman Bron Breakker at SummerSlam in some sort of way. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't even think they'll know what to do yet. I think they'll be, they're gonna have to do a lot of thinking today, aren't they? And over the next few weeks, because there's a lot of stories that are gonna have to get rewritten now. Unfortunately, I don't know. What do you think about it?
Like I said, man, it's so much to rethink. Paul Heyman's really gonna have to kind of rethink his whole game plan, wondering like, hey, what can I do now? Because I don't have Seth anymore. So that means when you kind of look at it, Paul Heyman's actually got to coach Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed both at the same time.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Look, man, when he got speared, that was ISO speed trend the whole entire time on the Royal Rumble. I'm not gonna lie. If Jay went after Solo, who would win? So I'm gonna be honest with you. If Jay went after Solo and it wasn't Jimmy, it would be crazy as hell because it's like, I think Jay would probably end up beating Solo too as well. But you don't want Jay to go after Solo.
No.
You want Jimmy to go after Solo.
I don't think we'll see Jimmy Solo again for the title. If I'm honest, I think it'll be Jacob who
SummerSlam.
beats Jimmy Solo.
I'm telling you, bet on it. We're gonna get
Really?
Jimmy versus Solo at SummerSlam. We are.
I just think if they're gonna do Jacob, I think it'll be Jacob who beats him. If I'm honest, I just think it'll be Jacob.
You think Jacob will basically go up against Solo for the U.S. title and not Jimmy? What about like a triple threat in this case?
I'd like that because I think I would like that. But it's even my prediction at the moment is we'll either see Solo versus Jacob, or we'll see Jacob and Jimmy versus Solo and Talatanga.
What's going on, Elite Action?
But I don't know. I'm liking it. I'm liking the whole family thing, Jimmy and Solo's feud, because I really like Solo. I think Solo's funny as hell.
No, I said no point taken there. I mean, not at all. I mean, he is funny. He is. What happened on Saturday Night Main Event? I was at an indie show and didn't catch it. You did not miss anything, Elite Action Wrestling. Not one bit. Jay and Jimmy both become champions at SummerSlam. I mean, could you imagine it? What if Jay Uso gets his rematch against Gunther and beats Gunther at SummerSlam? What if Jimmy wins the triple threat match against Jacob and Solo and becomes a champion too as well?
Yeah.
Both twins become champion.
It would be huge, wouldn't it, if that happened? But I don't know. Like with Gunther, I don't know what they do with Gunther. Like who Gunther faces, because I personally didn't see Gunther having a title through to SummerSlam. But now that Seth's not going to be there, then they're kind of caught in a position where Gunther's going to have to be the champion going into SummerSlam. So
yeah,
I don't know what the hell they're going to do now.
Somebody said, "Is it just me, or did they do Randy? Randy did Randy wrong and should have beat Cody?" I'm gonna be honest. I really thought they were gonna give Randy another shot at this and let him beat Cody. I didn't know they were gonna let Cody basically beat Randy, and we have Cody versus John Cena at SummerSlam. I didn't really think we would have that again.
No,
but we do.
I never.
Somebody said, how many more world titles do you think Roman Reigns wins before he retires? Give and take. Roman said between 2027 and 2028, he's looking at it as like he's gonna retire. I would say right now, if Roman came back right now, I shit you not. If Roman came back right now and Gunther asks who's next and Roman Reigns' music hits just like that, be prepared to watch Roman Reigns destroy Gunther at SummerSlam if it happens.
Yeah, that would be a cool little swagway. Roman versus Gunther. Roman beats Gunther, and then Seth cashes in a year's time on Roman. That would be quite funny. But I think if I was going to put money on it, I think it'll be CM Punk Gunther at SummerSlam. I think they'll do CM Punk Gunther.
Everybody is saying that too. Everybody said if we don't get Jay versus Gunther, we'll get CM Punk versus Gunther. But never say never who could face Gunther. Elite Action Wrestling said, I don't see Jay winning another world title anytime soon. Give him another year. Make him turn heel and drop the yeet stuff and give him another chance against a babyface. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, people have seen Jay as a heel. They've seen him as Bloodline Jay. So they know exactly what he's all about for real. They do.
Yeah. I don't think we need a heel Jay, if I'm totally honest. I don't think we need it. I don't think the storyline needs it. Because I mean, like, why would he turn heel anyway at the moment as well? Like, who would he be turning heel on, really? Because his only friend on Raw, really, is Sammy, because Cody's not on Raw, and Damian Priest, obviously, he had a few matches with back last year, like tag matches, isn't on Raw anymore. He's on SmackDown, and obviously, Jimmy's on SmackDown, so who would he really be? The only person is Roman, and I can't see Jay turning on Roman, if I'm totally honest.
Well, Jay really don't have no allies for real. I'm going to be honest with you. All of Jay allies is either Sami Zayn is on vacation right now. Cody Rhodes is on Friday Night SmackDown. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Everybody needs a babyface and everybody needs a heel. Sky said, "Do you know why Jake Paul is banned from WWE? Because that's what I heard, but don't know why. I don't know why in the world Jake Paul is banned from WWE either. I was wondering the same thing. I've been seeing all this week. They said that Jake Paul is banned from WWE. I don't know. Everybody still wants to know about that. Let's see here. Somebody said, I'm also kind of happy for Lyra dropping the title to Becky because I feel like we should get heel Lyra. We are in the era of heel Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's happening.
Lyra Valkyria has really kind of set her eyes as a heel. She's not a babyface anymore.
No.
It's kind of showing every week, especially with Bayley, her and Bayley going back and forth and feuding with each other right now.
Yeah.
No Yeet. Yeah, no Yeet Grand Prix. I'm not gonna lie, but it was a good match. It was a good match, though, all the way. Jimmy carried the hell out that match. He did.
It was. I enjoyed it.
Like I said, like I said, Jimmy gonna get it back, man. Like I said, look no further than SummerSlam. I'm telling you, if it's not a one-on-one, it's gonna be a triple threat. We gonna get Jacob versus Solo versus Jimmy in a whole triple threat match. Like I said, best believe it.
I just think what's cool with the tonight, like I felt like the matches were. I don't know if you agree, but I felt like the matches were other than the main event. The matches just felt dead short. Like the Drew McIntyre Randy match felt really short, and there didn't really seem to be anything really that important in the match. And even like the obviously the LA Knight Seth match, you can't help that. You know, what I mean, that's out of anyone's hands. But the most interesting thing tonight, other than the Jimmy Solo match, in my opinion, was the Jade Cargill Naomi stuff.
Jade Cargill and Naomi is literally one. It's gonna be to talk about tomorrow. I'm telling you, best believe this. Yeah. Jade Cargill and Naomi proceed with caution. The Storm tomorrow night. Then you have Bianca Belair as the special guest enforcer. That's the thing. Yeah. So when you look at it, I'm not gonna lie to you. It is going to be dope. It's going to be good because Jade and Naomi. People were more happy to see them beat the hell out of each other tonight than the other damn wrestling matches.
I agree.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, hell, the only holy shit moment that you got tonight was Jimmy Uso doing a corkscrew outside the ring.
Yeah.
That was literally the biggest holy shit moment. Then you had Naomi and Bianca and Jade Cargill, all three of them staring at each other. This is gonna cook way more tomorrow night than tonight. The women basically are going to put in all the way.
I feel like
let me see. Who is your favorite in-ring wrestler? My favorite in-ring wrestler. Like I said, I was a Bray Wyatt fan all the way. I can tell you that. I was a huge Bray Wyatt fan. There's a lot of in-ring guys who I like in the ring, but Aleister Black is one of them too as well. So can't go wrong with Aleister Black. But yeah, in this case, speaking of that, go ahead and break this down real quick. So we do have matches lined up for tomorrow too as well. But in this case, we're gonna throw out a whole prediction real quick. In this case, we got a whole bunch of matches lined up on the card. You basically got we're gonna start with the first one. You got Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the Raw Women's Championship at Evolution. Your thoughts?
Yep.
What do you think about that?
I don't like the fact we're seeing the match again because I don't think it needed to happen. I don't think Rhea needs the belt. She's got that sort of like Undertaker effect. Like Undertaker never needed the belt, and I don't think Rhea actually needs it because she's so popular with the fans. But I think Rhea wins tomorrow. If I'm honest, I think she does actually win. I don't want her to, but I think she's going to. I don't know what you think, Willie. But,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I asked Google who is winning the 2026 Royal Rumble, and it told me Sami Zayn is winning the 2026 Royal Rumble. A lot of people keep saying that Sami Zayn is the primary person to win the Royal Rumble next year in 2026 because it's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. You know, we've been hearing a lot of it. A shout out to Deborah Ellington. She's not on here right now. She probably not on here yet. But she kind of said and made it very clear that Sami Zayn could walk out of basically Saudi Arabia as the Royal Rumble winner of next year. What Trick Williams doing on live? I'm not Trick Williams. Wrong person. Who's your favorite superstar in the bloodline? Favorite superstar in the bloodline? Gotta go with Jimmy Uso. Jay's cool too as well. Roman all day, every day, but Jimmy Uso, you gotta love Jimmy Uso.
Yeah,
but yeah, Cal, your thoughts? Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky, Raw Women's Championship. Who do you have?
well, I think, like I said before, I think Rhea wins. I don't want her to, but I think she wins. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Io Sky. Probably I'm gonna go with Io Sky retaining and beating Rhea Ripley again. And the reason I say this is because Rhea Ripley cannot seem to get rid of Io Sky at all one bit. So that cloud of not beating Io Sky is still around her. And I'm gonna go Io Sky retaining again and still causing effect with Rhea Ripley.
Yep. That's
Let's see here. Jade Cargill versus Naomi in a no holds barred matchup. Who do you have?
I have Naomi because I think we're getting a Bianca Belair heel turn.
You think we might get a Bianca Belair heel turn tomorrow night?
Yeah, I really do. I think they've teased it for like a few weeks, and obviously, other than last night, other than today, if you remember, like a lot of the time this year, anyway, Bianca's been booed anyway this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like WWE are very good at doing that. When somebody's getting booed by the crowd, even if they're a face, they usually do just go that way and turn them heel. And I can see them doing that with Bianca.
Okay. And basically, who do you have going into tomorrow between Jade and Naomi? So you basically said you have Naomi beating Jade in a no holds barred match.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Jade beating Naomi. I feel like that's not gonna happen at all. What's going on, Steph? I feel like that's not gonna happen at all. I do want Jade to win this match, but then I also got to think about this. Jade beat Naomi at WrestleMania 41. She did. So I feel like it's only right that, hell, I guess we do get Naomi basically beat Jade tomorrow night. But in this case, Jade's gonna have to bring everything he's got. No, just kidding. Roman to go. Oh yeah, but all the way, like I said, I'm gonna go with Jade probably beating Naomi in this case. I am. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Jade beating Naomi tomorrow night.
Yeah, I like the idea that because in my eyes, like I said it yesterday, I think Jade wins at SummerSlam against Tiff, but I think Naomi catches in on Jade. I think I just see Naomi cashing in on her at SummerSlam.
But I kind of have Naomi because she desperately needs a big win. Yes, she do. Naomi has the briefcase.
Yeah.
Naomi has the briefcase all the way. So, she already kind of has a big win all the way.
Yep.
What's going on, Robs? Naomi already has a big win. She is a Money in the Bank briefcase holder all the way. So, Naomi already, when you look at it, she's already winning. And then she also got Big Jim, too, as well. Big Jim. She made that very clear. So, she winning in both ways in this case. What's going on, Isaiah? Well, when you look at it, everything kind of full effect on that. That's dope. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, like I said, it's so much. Come on, bro. Jade Cargill worth more than the briefcase. Which is true. I'm not gonna lie, but think about this. Naomi is the briefcase holder. Put it like this. I would not be surprised if Naomi even tried to tease to cash in on Tiffy tomorrow night. That's another thing. Because everybody is saying that Trish versus Tiffany Stratton is just it's just a dead giveaway. It's not good.
Yeah. I think that match is just obviously if you want we can get on to our predictions for that match, but I think that's just the match that's something that Tiffy's definitely asked for.
Isaiah, you said I cannot believe Goldberg lost to Gunther. LOL. Isaiah, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It was gonna happen. It was no surprise. Gunther was gonna literally put his old ass to sleep. I'm gonna be honest with you. If Roman Reigns put Goldberg to sleep, you already knew that Gunther was gonna put Goldberg to sleep. Did you see Gunther win against Goldberg? Yeah. Everybody saw Gunther win against Goldberg, and it was no surprise. It really wasn't. it wasn't no surprise at all. It was a dead giveaway. That match was just horrible in so many ways. It was horrible. I want to see Finn recapture the Universal Championship to finally make his 8-year dream come true after the screw from Seth. I'm gonna be honest with you, Steph. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a huge Finn Balor fan all the way, but that Universal Championship is retired. We basically have the undisputed championship. But the day Finn Balor actually wins the World Heavyweight Championship or the undisputed championship, it's going to be good. For his booking wise, I don't know how the hell they would book Finn Balor as WWE Undisputed Champion. For me, if I was booking him, I'm not gonna lie, I would book him to the moon all the way.
I agree.
But speaking of Seth, like I said, yeah, he beat Seth to become the first ever Universal Champion. He did. But it was so crazy. You acknowledge Solo Sikoa or Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns, not Solo Sikoa. How is Willie Euler doing in AEW? Ask him. The man fell on thumbtacks tonight. That man's not doing good. Not good at all. But yeah, Cal. Like I said, your thoughts on a little bit of everything. What did you think about both AEW and Great American Bash and Saturday night's main event? Like, what did you think about all of it? For real?
Yeah, like I said, I think AEW had some moments that I think will, like I said, I think some of the matches are match of the year contenders. I think the Will Ospreay match, tag match, the main event obviously was amazing. Edge coming back was cool to see. But yeah, the Saturday night main event was awful, and I thought I liked NXT tonight. I liked the Great American Bash. I liked it. Like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It was just okay to me. I liked it. I liked there were some cool matches.
X Spooky, yeah, Seth Rollins is legit hurt. He is he tweaked that knee again. That same knee that he has had trouble with multiple times. That's the same knee he tweaked. Yes, he is legitimately hurt all the way. So like I said, big prayers up to Seth Rollins all the way. But yeah, man, he messed up that knee. Yeah, I think Seth was injured since he has a track record of being. Yeah, Seth Rollins is injured all the way. For his briefcase, the main thing is, what do you do with Seth Rollins' briefcase? That's the main thing right now.
Yeah, that's probably the main topic, isn't it? The what do you do with it? Do you keep it on him and hope he's back before Money in the Bank next year, or do we just maybe say like, oh, we're gonna have a sort of a qualifier match leading up to maybe like that would be quite cool. I think having like a little tournament leading up to SummerSlam.
We are gonna get a tournament. I said, me and Shane were talking about this just not too long ago before we got on here. I said we may end up having a tournament for Seth Rollins' briefcase, and I'm going to ask everybody out here, who do you think would really kind of benefit having that briefcase? Because as it kind of shows, you got to do something with Seth Rollins' briefcase. Seth Rollins is hurt now. Who do you really get to hold the briefcase now at the moment? It can't be Braun Breaker. Hell, it can't be Bronson Reed in this case.
Yeah, I'd like it to be Braun Breaker, though. I think that would be quite cool, though. If it was Braun Breaker.
I mean, that's kind of like the main thing, because I'm telling you, if Roman does return, I feel like Roman's gonna look at this briefcase and be like, I never won this before, so I'm going to take it. I do believe that Roman Reigns is gonna take Seth Rollins' briefcase. He is. All the way.
Yeah.
Tyler Bate. I don't really know about Tyler Bate. You know, Tyler Bate is one of my favorite guys too as well. Coming up, but I really don't see Tyler Bate probably competing in any of this.
Yeah, he's not on TV yet because he's either he's just had a baby or he's just got married, hasn't he? So we won't see him on TV for a few months again, probably.
But when you look at it, I mean, Roman Reigns plays such a huge part of this. I mean, what you bring Roman Reigns back? Does he basically have control of Seth Rollins' briefcase? Who takes the briefcase? You know, who does Paul Heyman go to now at the moment? Because there is so much to kind of take from tonight, from Saturday night's main event, all the way. How about Sheamus? Could you imagine Sheamus becoming Money in the Bank. Because hell, Sheamus wasn't Sheamus Money in the Bank a Money in the Bank briefcase holder a while back, a long time ago? Maybe Jacob for 2. I like that. Jacob for 2, that'd be dope too as well. Because Sheamus actually cashed in on Roman Reigns a long time ago.
Yeah.
Too as well. Sheamus is no stranger to cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase. But when you think about it, you need something fresh and you want something new. So it's like, what do you really do with Seth Rollins' briefcase? Do you have a tournament? Do you have a ladder match? You know, what do you really do with it?
Yeah, that's the issue. I think if anyone's gonna win, if it's a tournament, the 2 I'd pick it's obviously for me the 2 favorites for me would be between someone like Roman or CM Punk. If I'm honest, I think it'll be Punk if they did do a tournament, but I don't know. They might just keep it with Seth and just be like, yeah, Seth still still got the Money in the Bank briefcase.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's all nice and all that they would still want to have Seth keep the briefcase while he's injured, but it's also kind of like you want more of somebody else to hold the briefcase.
Yeah,
you do. I mean,
I agree.
No offense to Seth Rollins, he won the briefcase. Yes, he did. But you also got to look at it like this: Seth Rollins is hurt. That means he can't go and tease people on different shows to be like, I have a briefcase, I'm cashing in, or whatever. So when you look at it, it's like, no, he's not here to basically mess with people. So you need somebody else that's going to hold the briefcase in this case, when you look at it.
Well, it makes the product boring, doesn't it? Like, not boring, but not having him there because of his injury makes it weird because there's no worry now that someone can cash in now that he is definitely injured, but it's just how long for. Like, this might not be a long-term thing. We might be very lucky. It might only be out for a few weeks.
A lot of people are throwing out right now in the chat. People said that CM Punk holding the briefcase. Damien just said it would be cool. It would be cool. I love him if Rey Mysterio got the briefcase. I could not imagine Rey Mysterio holding the briefcase. How about Ron Killings cashing in on Cena? That would literally be the most craziest storyline ever to hear R-Truth cashing in on John Cena. Because they would kind of make Ron Killings basically look like a fool. Him to go cash in on John Cena just to lose the whole cash in for real.
Yeah, I think they've already gave up with R-Truth, if I'm honest. I think they've already gave up with his return. I don't think they care more. I think they've just done that to silence the fans from moaning about. I don't think they care about him, to be honest.
No, they don't. They don't one bit. But there is so much to look at. There's so much to look at. There's so much to take in because it's like when you look at this, Seth Rollins is hurt. This is the biggest picture right here. Do we have Seth Rollins keep this briefcase or do we take it off of him? Or maybe Melo cashing in on the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm not gonna lie. I would love for Carmelo Hayes to have something. Carmelo Hayes was a talk about in NXT. Carmelo Hayes is not a talk about anymore for real.
No. I think, as well, I think people obviously it'd be nice to see someone like Carmelo Hayes, someone of that sort of get that, but I think you've got to be realistic and think if anybody, it's going to be one of the top, it's going to be one of Roman or Punk. They wouldn't give it to anyone else. It would only be one of the top guys in the company. They're not going to give it to someone who's like a mid-carder coming up. That's just not going to happen.
Well,
it's going to be one of Punk or Roman.
Hell, mind you this. AJ Styles almost won the pandemic Money in the Bank briefcase, but it fell out of his hand and landed in Otis' hand. I would love for AJ Styles to hold the briefcase.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love for AJ Styles to hold the briefcase. I would love for Finn Balor to hold the briefcase. The briefcase, it's anybody's game when you think about it for real. It's anybody's game. Anybody can kind of go for the briefcase for real. Somebody said even at this point, Trick Williams. So Trick Williams is TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Him holding the Money in the Bank briefcase, that's a lot of responsibility. Or even Randy Orton to cash in on Gunther and a rematch to screw up from King of the Ring. I'm not gonna lie. I would love for Randy Orton. Well, Randy Orton's in a whole nother different storyline with Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre. I'm not gonna lie. After tonight, I would literally scrap that whole storyline. I would have Randy probably ASAP to qualify for this Money in the Bank briefcase, just to go after it all the way. What if Achilleo had the briefcase? No, man, he is not one bit.
No.
But in this case, when you look at it, man, it's like there's so much that you can capitalize from tonight. I mean, going into Monday Night Raw, there is just so much you look at and be like, man, how in the world do we kind of work around this for real?
Yeah,
like,
that's the problem.
I mean, literally, how do you work around this? It's just so much. It really is. For an accent. Does anybody else want to get ready? Does anybody else want to jump in and to go live together too as well? Let me know. Like I said, I will send you the link too as well if you guys want to jump in and give your opinions too as well. I know it's a lot of you guys on here too as well. But yeah, man, like I said, Cal, you know how I know. It's so much there. Everybody sees what went down tonight on Saturday Night's Main Event. I'm gonna give Saturday Night's Main Event probably a 2 out of 10. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Saturday Night's Main Event. Saturday Night's Main Event just was not good. It wasn't.
No. I agree. And I don't think the WWE will be happy with it because they wanted to control the headlines this week, and it's gone completely the opposite. The only thing I think for me that I take out this whole weekend as a positive is the Wyatts winning the tag belts on SmackDown for me. The only good thing this weekend for me. That's
what I'm saying. And I mean, like I said, 2 out of 10. That's basically what I give Saturday Night Main Event. Saturday Night's Main Event just was not good. It did not bring. The only thing that brought attention and excitement was Bianca and Naomi. That's basically it.
Yeah. I agree.
2 out of, and like I said, and that's the thing. I don't want to give Saturday Night's Main Event that type of rate, but it was bad. Or maybe
it was
even
awful.
Malachi to what? Yeah, Aleister Black. I just definitely got to give it a 2 out of 10. Saturday Night Main Event was horrible. It was. I'm just stopping by to bring awesome feelings. Have an amazing day. You too as well, Nero and friends. But man, like I said, Cal, it's crazy as it is no, it wasn't good. It really wasn't.
No.
It just was not good. But man, this has been one of the most craziest. Like I said, WWE really thought that they could compete with AEW tonight, and it was bad.
Yeah, it was awful.
I would love Penn to get the briefcase. What you about to say, Cal?
I said it was just the problem was as well. It was predictable because if Roman, wasn't going to show up, then what was the point of this whole show? Like, because let's be real, all these matches could have happened on, other than Goldberg Gunther, could have happened on Raw or SmackDown.
Hell, I wore my OTC shirt for a reason because I thought Roman was going to show up.
Yeah,
literally. Everybody, I mean, people were saying Roman could show up on Saturday Night Main Event. Roman is showing up this weekend. Roman is this and that.
Yeah.
Roman doesn't show up.
Nope.
Tomorrow will be better. I'm gonna be honest. WWE Evolution, the women's pay-per-view, I feel like that may literally be the only one that could actually, the only PLE that could probably save WWE tomorrow.
This weekend, yeah.
What'd you say, Cal?
I said it's the only saving grace for this weekend, as if Evolution's a good PLE.
That's basically it. I'm gonna be honest, because you got the whole battle royal. Like I said, I would love for AJ Lee to return tomorrow night. I'm not gonna lie, I would love for AJ Lee to return tomorrow night for WWE Evolution.
Yeah.
But I feel like the women's pay-per-view tomorrow night is the only thing that can save WWE from this right here. From Saturday Night Main Event, it was just not it.
No, not at all.
It just wasn't. They will let Trish win for the big surprise since there wasn't one today. No, Sky, I'm going to be honest with you. They would not even let Trish even touch the title. Not even one bit. Hell, she can She can look at it. She can breathe over it before it's but before it's winning it. Hell no.
No way.
Uh-uh.
No
Like,
way.
you know,
You would chew it. No way. I think I do think we'll see. I have a feeling we might see Paige tomorrow, though. I am for some reason I have a good feeling she's going to come back tomorrow.
I disagree. I would choose the Bella Twins over AJ Lee.
No.
You would choose the Bella Twins over AJ Lee. I mean, she can lose it back on Monday. I mean, but you know how crazy that would be? Trish beating Tiffany Stratton just to lose the next following 24 hours on a Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
You know how
something
bad
she's
that
on.
is? Or Naomi cashes in on her, literally.
Yeah.
Or maybe Daniel Bryan returns and takes the briefcase. Daniel Bryan is literally home in AEW. He made that very clear.
I think as well he's not going to have any matches. Like, he's only getting physical to what he's not taking bumps really, like not serious bumps anyway. Like, he's not getting physical anymore because of his neck injuries.
So I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Daniel Bryan. I can't stand the Bella Twins. Oh man, wait, hey, look, man, you got one of them. You got Nikki Bella in the Battle Royal tomorrow, so take that up with WWE. I'm gonna be honest with you, all the way. But no, I'm gonna be honest. They would not even let. Yo, it was wild when main event went off the air and Gilbert speared Goldberg. Man, look here. They cut Goldberg off TV and Goldberg was still over here talking, still doing his retirement speech.
Yeah, that was brutal. His last ever match. His son is sat there watching, and you cut You cut the match off. You cut the scene off.
You move it up. Jim, move it up. Alright. What happened? What I missed?
Talking about a little bit of everything. Saturday Night Main Event, the briefcase, Seth Rollins hurt, stuff like that.
The Twins are just good to look at. That's it.
Somebody Bella Twin.
Bro, Jimmy got bailed out again. It's no hope. Yo, cool shirt, man. Thank you. Man, I got this shirt like last year, though. That shirt, I never even cared about Total Divas. The only pieces I watched back then. Cena. So, somebody said, what if Pencil wins the briefcase?
So he can slow walk and do this the whole entire time?
No. He had to change up his entrance if he gonna win a briefcase.
Yeah, him cashing in will take 40 years for him to come down to the
ring.
Cash in. Yeah.
Man, it feels like it feels like it take him forever to come down the ramp. I'd be like, come on now. I'm like, I understand you want to do this for the fans and everything, but I'm like, come on, you slowing up the match.
I was saying before, I think there's only two. If you were gonna do some sort of tournament, there's only two people I'd see win it, which would be CM Punk or Roman.
Time the briefcase.
Yeah, because they're both the only ones I think are as big as Seth to take her, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Because I think if Jay is gonna have a world title match at SummerSlam, I don't think it'll be. I think it'll just be a normal match against Gunther. I don't think he'd cash in.
I think like after SummerSlam, with Jay and Gunther, I don't think they're gonna run it back no more. I think that's it.
No, I agree.
Because we done seen it enough. So I feel like after SummerSlam, that's it. If Jay loses, you know what I'm saying? If Jay loses at SummerSlam, then hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it is what it is. He got his rematch calls.
If he doesn't even get the match, though, what worries me if he doesn't get the match on SummerSlam, then I'm like,
if he gets I'm gonna be honest. If SummerSlam comes up and he don't have a match for SummerSlam, it'd be kind of jacked up.
Yeah, it wouldn't be right. I think he deserves, because I know obviously a lot, he's very unpopular with the internet, but the internet isn't even real. It's not a real thing. Do you know what I mean? They'll hate on anything. But Jay is one of the most popular people with the fans. The fans love him. Like, I like him. But yeah, I'd like to see him have his match with Gunther. I don't think he'd beat Gunther. I think Triple H loves Gunther too much to have him lose twice to someone.
Listen here. It's, to me, besides Roman Reigns, it seemed to me Gunther is Triple H golden prize.
Yeah, definitely. I just don't think he knows how to book him without a title, to be honest.
Yeah. Somebody said I thought it was going to be Jimmy's day, but no, not of course. Well, you gotta look at it. This Saturday's night main event, titles don't change hands. If Triple H would have pulled the plug and decided we
Yeah.
gonna change titles tonight, cool.
Yeah, I think we got the title change yesterday for this weekend, which was the tag match, the Wyatt's winning the belt. So I think that was
Yeah,
the title change.
yeah, on SmackDown. So it's like the way I see it is, it's like it's going to happen though. Like I said, I just feel like at SummerSlam, this gonna be like the last match. You know how with Brock Lesnar and Roman
Yeah,
Reigns, how they had so many
yeah,
matches together, and they had to finally
yeah,
stop it. I feel like just like at SummerSlam, this is gonna be the ending of Jay and Gunther. It's no longer,
yeah.
ain't no point in letting them two battle it out again.
No,
You
I
get what I'm
agree, and
saying?
I also think as well if I think Gunther will be champion up, and I think now he might extend them as champion now. Now
Yeah.
that Seth's out, I think if Seth wasn't injured, I think Seth would cash in very
Well,
soon.
I don't really know like the real update of Seth injury. Besides him being out, because due to the fact that he suffered an injury, it's a
Yeah,
legitimate injury. You don't really know what's in store with creative and how
yeah,
they are going to rewrite everything. So it had me thinking, what was the point of forming a faction? This faction was so rushed and it make no sense.
yeah. Especially like it is a shame because I felt like they were just getting not good, but starting to come up with ideas with this faction, and then Seth gets injured, and it's like if it's Braun or Bronson get injured, then it's like, you can move on with that and bring someone else in, but the leader of the group getting
Yeah.
injured, you can't replace that.
Um, what it is? Sky said, "I think I'm done with WWE after John Cena retires, unless The Rock comes back to do something or Roman does something, because all WWE does now is put me to sleep." Sky, I agree with you. You ain't the only one. Half of the time of the matches that WWE has, sometimes I just be up there like this, cause some of
Yeah,
it don't be entertaining.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? It's like it don't be entertaining. Only time things get entertaining is if Roman is making his way.
Yeah, well, I like SmackDown because
It's
like
more fighting.
yeah,
Mondays is more talking.
and not just that, it's always predictable. Raw with SmackDown, like you can't predict who's gonna win a match because it's genuinely the matches are competitive. We're on Raw, they're so predictable, and I feel like we see the same Raw every single week. It's the same matches, the same tag team matches, the same
Mm-hmm.
backstage segments. I feel like we've seen that same Judgment Day back segment since they came in,
Mm-hmm.
and it's boring. I just think the whole Judgment Day thing's like on Raw is quite boring, to be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. Judgment Day kind of is a waste of time, man. It's so bad with the Judgment Day of people not really caring. I felt like the Judgment Day should have went down the drain when Damian Priest went to SmackDown, when Rhea Ripley got put out of it. That is when the Judgment Day should have went on. Everybody
Yeah,
should have went their separate ways. The Judgment Day right now is like a joke.
yeah.
Somebody said they have seriously missed you, CM Punk. I think they've screwed him more times. Man, sometimes CM Punk screw his damn self sometimes.
Yep.
Thanks for pointing that out. Man, Seth is injured. Yes, he is injured. Legitimate. We don't know what's wrong with the knee. We don't know if the knee is done. We don't know if he tore his ACL, MCL. Who knows? You don't know. Guess you won't know until Monday, either Monday or he probably put out something tomorrow.
Yeah, Paul, I would say Monday. I think it'll be
Probably
Monday.
Monday. Think
Yeah,
Monday.
just before Raw. Yeah, something will come out just before Raw, maybe in like the daytime.
Yeah. That's just sad though, man. It's like you don't never want to see a superstar hurt. That's why when people be up there like wrestling is fake, I say it may be fake, but the injuries are real.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
in
it's
like
fake all day. The injuries
yeah,
are real.
yeah, absolutely. And you see as well, like somebody like Seth, he's had an injury, and that obviously it looks like he's injured the same place he injured a few years ago. It looks the same injury, the way he landed, because it was an awkward landing. I'm just hoping it's just his knees tweaked, and it was just like, oh, we've got to be safe, just end the match now, just to be safe. That's
But
what I'm
that's not
hoping.
the first time Seth knee
Yeah,
buckled.
yeah,
Not the first time. But somebody said, even if Jay Uso never wins the world title again, he won the 2025 Royal Rumble and made Gunther tap out on his back. No one can ever take that away from him. Nobody's taking anything away from Jay Damien. I
yeah,
mean, like I said, I'm hoping SummerSlam will be the last match between them. If not, then oh well.
yeah.
Ilya Dragunov made Gunther tap too. Jay not special.
Not on the main roster though.
Yeah. And somebody said WWE need to bring back John Moxley. Man, John Moxley tonight was busted open.
Yeah, he's never
Busted
coming back.
open.
Yeah, he loves these matches way too much. He's never coming back.
Yeah. Ain't no point.
Never.
I'm gonna be ain't no point of bringing him back. I mean, come on, what can WWE do with him?
Yeah, exactly. But the only thing he'd be back for is a Shield reunion, and then it would end after like a month or two, and then he'd be left in the same position he was in last time.
Yeah. Jimmy Joseph going to win. Who the hell is Jimmy Joseph? Anyway, is going to win the United States champion. Okay, we just gonna say Jimmy. I don't know who Joseph is, but by all means, Jimmy Joseph. We ain't never his name. I thought that was solo name. Look. I said that's solo name. I don't see Bobby Lashley returning
No.
to the WWE stuff. Nah, he doing good on AEW.
Yeah, I don't think. Like I saw somebody has put in the chat about like Uncle Howdy.
Yeah.
I'm obviously a huge Wyatt Six fan. He doesn't need one. He's on SmackDown, and two, why would he go after a title like a world heavyweight title? He doesn't want. That's not what he wants. He wants to break up the tag division. Like that's what he wants to break up teams.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously he couldn't get what he wanted to team. He couldn't team with Bray. Like that's what he said in his vignette. I couldn't team with my brother, so I'm gonna stop people being able to team with theirs now. So why would he then go for the Raw belt?
Mm-hmm. But then what I don't understand though about the whole Uncle Howdy character. I feel like they try so much to make this about Bray Wyatt. It's like, what's up, Deborah? You are in here. It's like they try their best to make this about Bray Wyatt. You gotta leave the Bray Wyatt chapter alone. You gotta
I just
close that. Uncle Howdy got to become a character everybody's
yeah.
gonna mess with.
See, I don't think you can though do it without Bray because the whole point of Uncle Hardy was made by Bray,
Yeah,
and
but Bray ain't get to finish it.
the whole the first year of Uncle Howdy, like the first few months of Uncle Howdy's story wasn't written by Bo or the whole stuff with American Alpha was written by American Made was written by Bray like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think, and I think I think like Dean, I don't think you could do it without Bray because obviously the whole point of the Wyatt Six, they're led by like grief and loss, and
Yeah,
obviously
I mean,
Bo
you got
lost
the
Bray.
characters. I really thought it was enough when they brought out the damn characters from off the show. When they
Yeah,
brought out the witch, the rabbit, the eagle looking thing. You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, the pig. I really thought, when they got rid of that, when they finally came alive and all that stuff, I thought, okay, cool, that's it.
Yeah, they were picked by Bray though. Each character, like each person, was picked by Bray years ago to be because he obviously Bray wanted to do the actual Wyatt. He wanted to do the group, didn't he? The Wyatt Six when he was there
Yeah.
the first, and then he picked because he was a huge. Obviously, he liked got on with Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis as well. You like both of them.
Uh-huh. Somebody said El Grande Americano wins the briefcase. Hell no. You mean Louis Kaiser?
Cashing in on Gunfer though. That would be cool. To be fair.
I can't call that man that. His name is Ludwig.
Yeah, that I can't believe that they've done that. I can't believe what's bad as well is he beats all the luchadors as well, Grande. He beats all the
He'll
luchadors he
been better
faces.
off. Kaiser would have been better off staying with Gunther, being his
Yeah,
lackey.
I agree.
His name Ludwig of Toothpick. His name Ludwig Kaiser.
To be fair to Ludwig, though, he has other than today, he hasn't. Well, sorry, other than Raw last week and the week before, he hasn't been on
Yeah,
TV since Charlotte made. So since Tiffy made that. Yeah, since Charlotte said, "Yeah, your boyfriend's in my DMs." He hasn't been. He's been very quiet since then, hasn't he, old Ludwig Kaiser?
yeah. That's just some crazy shit though. It's
Yeah, I
like
saw. Yeah,
I just feel like me personally, I feel like sometimes WWE creative. Sometimes I feel like they be running out of storylines.
yeah. What's I think as well. Like it's what obviously like this week, like this month. Sorry, hasn't helped them at all. Obviously, Liv got injured last month at the end of last month, and now Seth's got injured. And that's the two pretty big, stars in the company out, and that's a lot of storylines now that are gonna have to get rewritten and changed and fixed and started again now.
Yeah, Jacob for two in here said, "Yada mean you spelled it wrong,
Yada mean.
but they said it wrong." Right there, they said it wrong.
Yada mean. Jimmy Uso is going to win the U.S. title at SummerSlam. I'm calling it.
Everybody's calling it.
What a miss.
You ain't missed much.
Okay. Besides the person saying yada yada. Who made this Jacob for two page on here, man?
But yeah, do you know what I do love though is the idea of like, Jimmy and is having to face Solo again, and Jay and Roman are just not there. It's just like, yeah, deal with it yourself this time. You just have to go with it yourself this time, Jim.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. I want to see Kalisto return though. Is that so bad? I mean that's your opinion in this case. Death Raiders Adventures. That's why I've been watching AEW. MJF. That's one of my personal favorite. John Moxley. WB sucks these days. I'm glad John Moxley won tonight. John Moxley lost tonight. John Moxley did not win tonight. John Moxley lost.
Finally.
Yeah, Death Raiders. John Moxley lost. I think all ego and everyone in NXT should stay in NXT because Triple H will ruin them. Yeah, it will. That's why I said please do not bring up Ricky Saints to the main roster. Please don't do it. Let Ricky Saints do his thing in NXT. Let Ethan Page do their thing in NXT.
Yeah.
All the way.
They don't need to come up yet as well. Like, maybe to be fair, they may try and bring one of them up now that because I think one of them two were gonna get called into Seth's faction anyway. Like, I think that was gonna happen. I think one of them two were gonna end up in Seth's faction, and I can see Paul Heyman bringing one of them in now that Seth's gone for a bit. Like, you could see him bring him in because obviously Paul Heyman was on the phone with somebody, wasn't he? I wonder who that was. And could we see it quicker now that Seth's not going to be there for a bit?
I don't know, Cal. We could. Deborah, what's going on, Deborah? So did Roman return? Because I ain't watching nothing until I can illegally stream it all tomorrow because I don't have money. Oh, you good, Deborah? No, he did not. I wore my OTC shirt for nothing because he did not show up. I really hope Seth heals soon. What's up, Mike? Yeah, you didn't miss anything. Roman Reigns did not show up at all. He didn't.
Yeah, it's not. I just want to know when they're going to bring him back because we've not seen him now for some time. Like, he's not been back since April. He hasn't been seen since April.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see Lucha House Party return and challenge for the tag team titles. I feel like we're a long way behind that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I agree.
We are so long way behind that they don't even make any sense. Seth is the big talking point tonight. Seth is hurt, Mike. Seth got hurt. He tweaked that same knee. So it's kind of give and take right now at the moment. It really is. As Willie Euler reunited with John Moxley. Yeah, Willie Euler's been with John Moxley. Yes, yeah, yeah, Mike. Seth Rollins is hurt. All the way. He's hurt. All the story. LA was so upset. Yeah, LA Knight did not want to take that pin. He did not want to win like that. But I want to see Yuta come back to Daniel. Good luck with that. Somebody said something about Jay in here.
That was early.
Oh, okay. No, I said this somebody. I said y'all was talking about Jay or whatever. SummerSlam or something like that. Yeah. Who takes the briefcase? That's what we want to know, Mike. A lot of people want to know that. Who takes the briefcase?
Nobody knew.
Bro, can anyone else match the charisma of Max Caster on the mic? I'm not really a fan of Max Caster. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really not. Have another ladder match. That's another suggestion that's thrown out there for real. It is.
Yeah, I'd like that another ladder match or tournament.
All the way.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm just gonna say it's 6 a.m. here in the 5 a.m. in the UK. I'm gonna call it a night. But thank you for having me on, guys. Thank you for having me on again.
No problem,
You're welcome.
Yep.
You have
thank
a
you.
good night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, just like on here.
Yeah, we are.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll invite some more people in. We're gonna finish talking. You guys have a good night, even though Willie spent most of the time on here. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys be safe, man. You guys stay warm. You guys stay cold because it's hot and it's in between everywhere. A lot of shit been going on lately.
Yeah.
So make sure you watch your back and all that stuff. So much stuff going on. But you guys have a good night. Peace.
Peace.